Okay, hi. So I am at the Battle of Britain Memorial at the moment, and it overlooks Dover to the left, Folkestone to the right. Um, Overhead are flying Spitfires and Hurricanes, and you've also got these two planes at the memorial, and the stories of how they fought the Luftwaffe over these skies in the summer of 1940, and they were fighting in defence of this country. And while they are flying over, I mean, it's a touristy thing. You can pay to fly over the White Cliffs of Dover in a Spitfire. So they're flying over and they tip their wings, and it's all very romantic and historic and lovely. While we were standing here looking out over the sea, we saw two dinghies. First one we saw coming in, and it's not a long drawn out affair by any means. They're very, very quick. So we stood and we watched it come from about a mile out maybe and land really, really quickly. No sign of anyone. No sign of Border Force, RNLI, Coast Guard, nobody. So this thing, we just watched it come in, pull up at a pier down in Folkestone, and the people on it just disappear. A few minutes later, we looked over to our left, and there's another one. And that is coming in, it's a bit closer, more so towards Dover. Liam, who I'm with, borrowed some binoculars from a guy who was sort of ship spotting in the channel. Borrowed his binoculars and had a look at this, and said there's about 20 people on it, waving for, I assume, for someone to come out and get them. So that one is still out there, but again, it's very quick. Now, I wanted to go to where they land, but we don't have time. I mean, where we are now, we wouldn't be able to. Well, A, we can't predict exactly where they're going to land, but B, they come in so quickly that we wouldn't have time to get there anyway. It's actually a bit of a. I didn't expect to see that. I mean, I've been down here before, and I've seen the processing centre, and I've seen where the people, when the border force goes out and gets these boats and brings them back in. I've seen that area before, absolutely packed full of dinghies. But I've not seen, and didn't really expect to see, just random dinghies coming in, landing without any officialdom around, and the people on it just disappearing into, well, if it was night, I would say into the night, but crazy to see. And I said to Liam at the time, I feel like I've just drifted into some alternate universe here, because you've got Spitfires overhead, you've got the Battle of Britain Memorial here, and we're watching as a group of people, no idea who they are, what they're doing here, where they're from, watching them just drift in, land, and disperse. We just watched them. It's surreal. Absolutely surreal. I took a couple of pictures, but it was too far away to really. Seeing it in real life was a lot more effective than any pictures. So I'll be here for the rest of the day. I'm still waiting for my cameraman, sadly. Traffic has delayed him quite a bit. But we're going to go to Napier Barracks. We're going to go to a couple of the hotels that are housing illegal migrants at taxpayers' expense. We've been told, stories about homeless people in Dover and in Folkestone, and a lot of them veterans, and who would, as Liam said, just give anything to be housed in a 4-star hotel for the night. It's surreal. Genuinely surreal. See you later.